NFL running backs have one insanely tough job. You have to find small holes to run through, get tackled by guys twice your size, and try not to fumble a football. We've seen some running backs consistently dominate for years and carry their teams. However, not all great efforts are rewarded with championships. I'm DeQwan, and today we present the 10 greatest retired running backs who never won a Super Bowl. Number 10, Fred Taylor. Though the Jacksonville Jaguars didn't have many stars from 1998 to 2008, they did own one of the league's premier running backs in Fred Taylor. The 2007 Pro Bowler rushed for 1,000 yards 7 times. He finished with 11,695 yards and 66 career touchdowns. But playing all those years with the Jaguars meant Taylor wouldn't earn many chances at a title. He spent 2009 and 2010 with the New England Patriots, who fell short of winning championships those 2 seasons. Number 9, Tiki Barber. Barber was the heart and soul of the New York Giants from 1997 to 2006. The 3-time Pro Bowler rushed for 1,000 yards 6 times and did so in each of his last 5 seasons. Barber surprisingly retired after the 2006 season, despite rushing for 1,662 yards and 5 touchdowns. The Giants won the Super Bowl the next year, so he probably should have just kept on playing. He finished with 10,449 yards and 55 touchdowns. Sadly, it never resulted in a ring for the Giants legend. Number 8, O.J. Simpson. Though most of you kids probably know him best as the man who was front and center in the trial of the century, many forget Simpson as an accomplished NFL running back. Simpson spent 11 seasons in the NFL, playing with the Buffalo Bills and San Francisco 49ers. The 5-time first-team All-Pro led the NFL in rushing 4 times and was the 1973 Offensive Player of the Year, rushing for 2,003 yards that season. But Simpson didn't play on very good teams, and the man who racked up 11,236 yards and 61 touchdowns never got a championship ring. Number 7, Edgerrin James. Though many remember Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne as Peyton Manning's primary weapons with the Indianapolis Colts, running back Edgerrin James was just as crucial to the success of number 18. James, a 4-time Pro Bowler and the league's rushing leader in 1999 and 2000, rushed for 1,000 yards in 7 different seasons. He left the Colts after the 2005 season, and they won the Super Bowl the following year. His Arizona Cardinals narrowly lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 43. James was close, but no championship for the man whose 12,246 yards are 12th most all time. Number 6, Earl Campbell. Campbell played just 8 seasons in the NFL, but he certainly left his mark. He played in 5 Pro Bowls, was a 3-time first-team All-Pro, and won the league MVP 3 years in a row from 1978 to 1980. He was the NFL's rushing leader all of those seasons, too. Unfortunately, his Houston Oilers were never that great, and his final seasons with the New Orleans Saints took place when he was well past his prime. The NFL icon did all he could do to win a title, but it just didn't happen. Number 5, Thurman Thomas. Part of the infamous no-huddle offense with quarterback Jim Kelly and star receiver Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas did everything in his power to be a Super Bowl champion. In fact, he could have won 4. The 1991 league MVP was a 5-time Pro Bowler and named to the 1990s All-Decade team. Thomas rushed for 1,000 yards every year from 1989 to 1996. But as you know, his poor Bills lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. It's sad to think that those 12,074 yards and 65 touchdowns still weren't enough. Perhaps no running back was more dominant in his era. Number 4, Curtis Martin. Martin probably shouldn't have left the New England Patriots in 1998 to sign with the New York Jets because the Patriots won 3 Super Bowls during his time in Gang Green. And the Jets were pretty awful and wasted Martin's career. Martin's 14,101 rushing yards are the 4th most in NFL history, as he rushed for 1,000 yards every year from 1995 to 2004. His 90 career rushing touchdowns are tied for 13th all time, but yeah, Martin should have stayed with the Patriots if we didn't mention that already. Number 3, Eric Dickerson. Dickerson played 11 seasons in the NFL with 4 different teams, but none took him to the promised land. Dickerson was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first-team All-Pro, and led the NFL in rushing 4 different seasons. His 2,105 rushing yards in 1984 remain a single-season record over 3 decades later. Sadly, the man who had 90 touchdowns and is 7th all-time in rushing yards with 13,259 never came close to winning the Super Bowl because he was often stuck on mediocre teams. Number 2, LaDainian Tomlinson. Tomlinson is best remembered for his 2006 MVP season, where his 28 rushing touchdowns and 31 touchdowns from scrimmage remain single-season records. LT led the league in rushing touchdowns 3 different seasons and was a 5-time Pro Bowler. Sadly, everyone knows how much the San Diego Chargers failed in the playoffs despite having so many superstars. Tomlinson reached the 2010 AFC Championship with the New York Jets, but they fell just short. He's second all-time in rushing touchdowns with 145 and fifth all-time in rushing yards with 13,684. Number 1, Barry Sanders. What can we say about Sanders that you haven't heard before? He played in 10 NFL seasons, rushing for over 1,000 yards and making the Pro Bowl in each. He was the 2-time NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 4-time rushing leader, and was co-NFL MVP in 1997. Unfortunately, the Lions won just a single playoff game with Sanders. He single-handedly carried them to 5 playoff seasons. Sanders shocked everyone by retiring in 1998 at the age of 30, despite rushing for 1,491 yards the season before. His 15,269 rushing yards are third most all time, and his 99 rushing touchdowns is good enough for 9th all time. He's also possibly the greatest player to never win a Super Bowl. What other great NFL running backs never won a Super Bowl? Join us in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton, and we truly appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.